Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today we are going to be showing you how to make a different set of calipers. These are to take and keep outside dimensions the same or relative thicknesses, all the same dimension. And we're going to start with a piece that's 10 inches long or 250 mil by 1/4 inch or 6 mil by 1 inch or 25 mil. Flat bar stock. There's two sections. There's a center punch mark with a 6-inch long to the right and 4 inches from the other side of that center punch mark. We are going to draw out the 6-inch length as long as we can get it here. Now you may be asking why so much length. You'll see it here in one of the next clips, because we are going to be bending this out. There'll be quite a bit of bending to do with this set of calipers. So we're going to go ahead and refine the point after we've drawn out the majority of the length. Now this increased by about 6 inches in length. So it went from 10 inches to 16 inches after it was all said and done. So there you have it. So now we're going to define our shoulder area. That's going to be our hinge plate to the actual caliper arms themselves. This is nothing more than using half-on, half-off blows and creating a set-down shoulder to provide a little bit of space here, much in the same way that I would make my tongs. And we'll do the other one exactly the same. When they're done, this is what they should look like. We're going to come down approximately a 1/2 inch from the end, or 12 mil, and we are going to center punch it in the center of the bar. We'll lay these both up like this and drill them both together. This allows you to get a nice clean hole and for the holes to line up perfectly for our factory made rivet. Now, since this is a round head rivet, we are going to need a bolster block, and we're going to pretty it up with a rivet set on the top side as well. So the first step in this, I like to set my rivets cold at first, and then I'll heat the whole piece up. This just helps hold the two pieces together, so this way there's no monkeying around trying to get the rivet through the hole when I'm playing with heat, as heat is very time sensitive. Bring it out good and hot. Place the factory head of the rivet down into the rivet bolster block, and then use the rivet set from on top to drive down that extra mass into a nice domed head rivet. Take your time and make sure that the head is staying centered in the bolster block from underneath, and you're not getting a double cut line. After some refining, this is what you should end up with. Just like so. Now we're ready to bend out the arms of these calipers. So we're going to go ahead and lock the body of the calipers in the vise. And we're going to bend each arm away from each other at a little over 45 degrees. Keep a real close eye that your heat is nice and even in both bars, and that you're getting approximately the same kind of radius when you're bending these out. This will help make sure that these get in line later on. Trust me, it's a booger if you have to rebend them. And now we're just going to curl this on around. I'm sure you've seen this type of calipers before on a small scale. These are extra large calipers. These aren't really needed to be this large, but I figured it'd be fun and impressive to make them this size. So that's what I did. You can quite easily make this out of a lot smaller material. It's just a little finer work, that's all. And so now we're just going to try to forge both these arms as close as we can to the same exact radius and get the tips to line up right in the center. If you get one hoop too big or too tight, you can always take and hammer on the flat of the anvil and stretch it back out, or you can heat it up and just simply grab it with a pair of tongs and bend it out a little bit. Now I do suggest using a wooden mallet or a rawhide mallet during this process, as you're not wanting to forge the piece, you're just simply trying to shape it or manipulate it as far as bending is concerned. You're not trying to move a lot of material. So after a little bit of a wire wheel, a reheat, and then a little bit of a dip into the oil, this is what we have. Now you can finish this however you like. You can do this with some boiled linseed oil or whatever tickles your fancy. The big important part is to set up the hinge joint to where it has nice, smooth, even traction all the way through. You don't want it to stick, kind of like it's doing here. And there you go. That should be your finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making these. God bless you all, and thank you to all my loyal subscribers. We'll catch you on the next one.